What's going on, you guys? RJ with RJ's Trades. We're back with another free Sunday watch list. All right. If you don't know, every Sunday I come on, I just give a free game. I talk about players that I'm looking for throughout the week, and kind of just talking about things I expect to happen, man. So I've been doing this since 2019. I've been doing this for almost 7 years now, man. So I know a thing or two, man. All I ask you to do is leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man. We're gonna keep this thing rolling, all right? Not gonna be before you very long today. Let's go ahead and take a look at SPY, all right? You always look at SPY and QQQ first because that is what you call the overall market, right? So the market is gonna move how SPY moves, all right? And you got to understand what stocks are highly allocated to those ETFs, all right? So they are exchange traded funds, meaning that these stocks they own a lot of other stocks, right? And they move based on how other stocks are moving. So SPY holds things such as Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, those top 500 stocks, right, that they own. And QQQ has a smaller list of stocks that they own, a lot of the same ones, all right? So you typically want to trade in the direction of SPY and QQQ. But when you take a look here, you see lately we've kind of been up and down, right? So we kind of had a nice move up, nice move down, nice move up. Now we're back down again, right? But one thing that is holding true at the moment is we are kind of holding this area right here around 663, right? So around 663, this is a space that, has been kind of holding a little bit. If we start to get below 663, I think, that's the point where we could start coming down more, possibly to around this 654, 655-ish area. I kind of see here. Then you got a wick off right here, and then it came down close to at this point here. So around the 654, 655, if we can't hold 663, and we would need to break these lows down here around 661. So other than that, man, it's been holding. So you just can't count out the upside, especially in a bull market like this. Although the market has been a little choppy, it's still a bullish market, right? You may notice that a lot of people have been saying it's been very difficult to trade lately, and it has, simply because it's choppy. You don't have a overall direction. So it's important that you do a lot of day trading, and that you make sure you are taking your profits. Maybe not holding for the huge moves at the moment because the market's not giving that, right? When we start breaking out again, or if we start breaking down, you will see moves that are starting to come down or things of that nature, right? So I'm open to both ways. Probably gonna be a lot of day trading, only taking the A+ setup. So let's see what we got, man. Bitcoin here is at 94,000. I think Bitcoin is going to, I think it'll be able to get back down here one more time, man. This 72 area that we got to last time, I think we'll be able to get back down here again. Now, we very briefly got down here before, right? So very briefly wicked off a few times there, but I do think we'll be able to get down there again. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about Bitcoin, man. Do you guys think Bitcoin is better, or investing in stocks? I think stocks is 1,000% better. I don't love Bitcoin, man. Now, I think it's good to diversify, so I definitely have funds in Bitcoin, but most of my money is tied in stocks, right? I think stocks is still the way to go, man. Let's see, CRWV. I actually lost on CRWV the other day. I got caught in the chop, man, and got caught in the pop. I was like, I'll take the small loss. So I tried to get it twice, and I ended up losing both times. So I lost like 8-9% one trade, and then like 13% on another. So, it's what it is, man. But I could not catch that down move the other day. I could not catch it. I seen that this was the break here, and it was actually this day. I think it was Thursday. It might have been Wednesday. No, it had to be Thursday. I couldn't catch it, man. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Lulu, I'm not in Lulu at the moment. It's been stalling a little bit, which isn't great for contracts. It still looks amazing, but I think if I get back in, I would have to get some longer contracts. I definitely think longer contracts would be better. Now it does. What does kind of concern me just a little bit is this does kind of like a bear flag a little bit. Now if this does break down, it won't be good. But I don't think it will. I personally don't think it will. So we'll see. We'll see. Lyft is a stock that I gave you guys last week that absolutely blasted. So congratulations if you guys took advantage of Lyft. Shout out to Miss Angie. Shout out to there are most people in the Discord that made money on Lyft. Shout out to DK, I think is how he has his name. Shout out to everybody that made money on Lyft, man. But honestly, the move could just be beginning, right? Could just be beginning. Because when you take a look here, you always got to look to the left to see what kind of move you're dealing with. And if we was to take off these, I don't know why I still got these EMAs on here. If you take off these EMAs here, you see this is a gap up to 30, right? So what we're looking for, we're just literally looking, at this point, I'm just looking for the moving averages to kind of hold here, to kind of guide me to say, okay, maybe momentum going to die out for a little bit or it's still strong. Like kind of here, pushed above here and got to this 2022 high point here and then fell off a little bit and it's right back up now. So I'm kind of looking for it to hold up in this area here. We could get a couple of days of consolidation, but I do think it may continue up, especially if the market pops up again, right? So we'll see. LMND, nothing. PLTR is at support. So that's going to be interesting. PLTR has been it's been weird lately, but you know, a stock that has had a nice run like this, you can't expect it to run forever. It has to have consolidation periods and drawdowns. Tesla, man, Tesla is one that has broke support, right? So it has to get back above that 415 area to kind of be relevant again as far as upside. Until it gets and it holds above that, I mean, I don't think you should actually look for upside, in my opinion. AMD still looks pretty decent, but no setup. Nvidia, not really a setup here either. Apple has kind of just been hold and go. Apple has went from being one of the weakest stocks in, you know, the earlier part of the year, to being one of the stronger ones, right? So Apple has crazy rebound. Every time people count out Apple, Apple turns up every time. Amazon here, no setup. CMG, of course, we just kind of long term on that one. Hood doesn't really have a setup either. Yeah, probably not gonna see too many setups here at all, man. BMNR, CCL, UNH falling off a little bit. Coinbase, CNC. I still like CNC. I think this is just waiting on a breakout, in my opinion. Take a look here, kind of forming a little triangle pattern right there. So I think CNC still looks good. You still do have this gap from about 39 all the way up to 54-ish. So still a lot of money to be had on CNC, but you know, just kind of got to get some momentum on the breakout with some volume. So kind of just being patient on that one. Uber has no setup at all. I wouldn't touch it. PDD, and now you're back at SPY, man. Let's go look it through some. We ain't really got much, man. Haven't had much lately here. JPM has fallen off a little bit. Let's check Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs got rejected at the highs. Netflix. When does the split happen here? No setup on that either. One that I did see that had a decent one, but they kind of sold off a little bit, was Open. Open is a smaller stock, but they could possibly get going. It's like a very nice little bull flag pattern here. Could possibly see something like this. I'm kind of watching out for this a little bit. Boom, boom, and then, you know, kind of take off there. So possibly could be a dip buy on Open. We'll see. I kind of got to see how the week goes, man. Any other type of stocks I'm missing? Let's check out like Boeing. Check out our airline stocks. See if I can put on the RSI. Don't love it. American, nothing. UAL, nothing here either. Man, nothing is going on really. Check out Kava. I know Kava's one that has been beat up. Kava could be a nice setup here soon. If Kava has a little bit more downside, this is probably going to form, some type of bullish divergence right here. You can already see it trying to form. So you could possibly watch out for Kava over the next, week or so and see how it kind of shapes out. But man, besides that, nothing really much going on. So I guess we kind of talking here. Kind of showing you guys, you won't always have a setup, right? And especially in my system, right? So the thing that I like to do in trading is I like to catch momentum moves. So notice everything I show you guys is something that I think is going to have some momentum upward or downward. But when the market is choppy, I don't have as many trades. There's no momentum. How can I get a solid direction out of this, right? I can't. So I have to stick to those things that are already strong and look promising, such as Lyft, right? Ones like this is a nice setup. I mean, at this point, it already has broken out, but at this point, you're kind of just trying to ride the wave as long as you can. So, besides that, man, it's going to be a day trading week. So, I guess we kind of look at some levels on SPY here and we'll kind of wrap up. We know that 663 is what needs to hold as far as a support. And as far as like intraday type levels here, you're of course going to have to break this again, this high point from Friday, to possibly try to continue up to around 682, where you'll run into some trouble there for sure, because that's where the sell-off started. I don't love a whole lot, man. It's gonna be a day trading week for me, a huge day trading week for sure. Just been patient, man. You gotta wait on the setups because it only takes a few good setups a year to make your entire year. Ask the people that made the money on UNH and Tesla, all the other ones that popped off AMD. There's a few trades that really make your entire year. So you just gotta be patient for those, man, and you gotta swing at your setups. You never know which one's gonna be the one to take off. Always remember, man, try to hold your winners, cut your losers. You will make it, man. If you don't cut your losers, then you won't have any money to keep playing, right? So always understand you gotta live to trade another day. You don't gotta make 100% on everything, and every trade that you take isn't gonna be a winner, right? You gotta learn how to lose in trading as well. So just take that with you, man. Let me know what you guys think. Stocks versus Bitcoin in the chat, man. I might start making more videos about that here soon. But let me know if you guys see anything, man. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys join the free Discord at the bottom, or if you want to join a premium, go ahead and tap in there with us, man. But I appreciate you guys for hopping on. Hope you guys have a safe week. Have a great Sunday, and let's make some money this week, man. I'll see y'all later. Peace.